Welcome back to One Guy, One Course, One Disc. We are here today in Greensboro, Georgia, checking out a relatively new course. It's Lakeside Disc Golf Course. It is at Lakeside Church. It's kind of on the back left corner of the parking lot. It's a 9-hole course. Each hole has 2 sets of tees. So let's go take a look at the course. Hole 1 is a 195-foot par 3 that's going to go downhill 27 feet. You're going to go straight for 159 feet, and it's going to turn slightly to the left for another 36 feet. You do have to be careful with your speed on this hole, because if you come in too fast, you could find yourself with an obstructed putt. But once you finish hole number 1, hole 2 will be behind you. Hole 2 is a 336-foot par 3 that's going to go downhill 2 feet. It's going to be 174 feet to this lone pine tree. Then it's going to turn sharply to the left with a slight finish at the end to the right. If you want to try and go for the birdie, you are going to have to go in between these pine trees, but you do run the risk of going OB over this fence. If you want to play for par, you can lay it up to right about here and then have an easy upshot and then an easy putt for par. But the inside of this fence does play as OB, and once you finish hole number 2, hole 3 is going to be to your right. Hole 3 is a 180-foot par 3 that's going to go uphill 1 feet. Inside the fence is OB, and it's going to be 120 feet to clear the fence. It's 160 feet to this double Mandos, which is about 12 feet wide. But once you finish hole number 3, hole 4 is to your left. Hole 4 is a 244-foot par 3 that's going to go uphill 2 feet. This first shot is going to be a slight turn to the right, which is going to be about 114 feet to get to the landing zone. Then it's going to be a sharp turn to the left, and another 130 feet to the basket. There is an inside line which requires hitting some tight gaps, and then if you have a good skip at the end, you can get it close for a birdie look, but par on this hole is very acceptable. And once you finish hole number 4, hole 5 is going to be behind us to the right. Hole 5 is a 194-foot par 3 that's going to go downhill 23 feet. It's going to be 86 feet, and it's going to turn to the left. And then from there, it's fairly straight to the basket. There is a straighter shot that goes over the short tee pad. That might give you the best chance for the birdie, but it does require some tight lines that you have to hit. You're going to need a good putt to get a birdie on this hole, but once you finish hole 5, hole 6 is going to be to our left. Hole 6 is a 213-foot par 3 that's going to go uphill 23 feet. To get it up this hill, you're going to need a shot that's going to turn to the left and then finish right. It's going to be 140 feet to get to the top of this hill. Then it's going to turn to the right about 90 degrees. And then from there, it's 73 feet to the basket. That 73 feet is open though, but if you do want to get a birdie, you are going to have some good long-range putting. And once you finish hole 6, hole 7 will be behind us. Hole 7 is a 142-foot par 3 that's going to go uphill 12 feet. 63 feet to get to this double tree right here. So you're going to want something that turns just a little bit to get around the tree, but then we'll come back. Because if you go too far to the right, you will hit these trees or potentially go OB, and to the left, it drops off quickly. But once you finish hole 7, hole 8 will be ahead of you on the other side of the batting cage. Hole 8 is a 227-foot par 3 that's going to go downhill 21 feet. It's right turning most of the way, then finishes straight. It's 104 feet to get to this skinny tree that's right ahead of us, and then from there it's another 123 feet to the basket. You do have a low ceiling for most of this shot, so you do have to be careful, and while it shouldn't come into play, the fence on the right does play as OB. Once you finish hole 8, hole 9 will be out of the woods and then to the left. Hole 9 is a 238-foot par 3 that's going to go uphill 17 feet. You need to be careful off the tee because going in that hillside is very easy, but then the parking lot on the right plays as OB, and the footpath and beyond behind the basket plays OB. But most of this hole is pretty open, so it should be fairly easy. And once you finish hole 9, you'll find the parking lot straight ahead of you to the left on the other side of the building. Now that you've seen the course, let's take a look at today's disc. It's going to be the Latitude 64 Glory. It is a 7503, so let's see how it flies. Oh, man. I'm still short. Let's go. Oh, bummer. Oh, thank you. Ooh. Oh, completely missed. Oh. Oh, that was bad. Oh, gosh. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, that got through too well. You guys are kidding me. Oh, Josh, that was dumb. Thank you. That might actually be decent. Get over. There we go. Oh, gosh. Out of it. Ooh. So there you have the Latitude 64 Glory at Lakeside Disc Golf Course behind Lakeside Church in Greensboro, Georgia. As far as the disc goes, for a beginner, it's going to be just a good straight and fade out kind of disc. It might even dump more than fade out. If you're an advanced player, you'll probably get some turn out of it. But definitely for a beginner, definitely worth checking out, especially if you struggle with the higher speed discs. This would be a great disc to put in your bag. As far as the course goes, it's a pretty good course. Each hole has 2 tee pads, so it's great for all skill levels, and most of the holes have one line off the tee, so it's going to force you to make shots. There's both backhand, forehands. Some of them you can do skip shots, so the more shot variety you have in your arsenal, the better for this course. Probably one of the bigger downsides is it doesn't have tee pads yet or tee signs, so those would be a huge improvement on this course and make this course a lot better, a lot more navigable. Ooh, that's a tough word. Navigable. But at each basket there is a next tee sign, and then there's yellow electrical tape around the basket to point you in the direction of the next tee. So as long as you're paying attention, you should be able to get around this course fairly easily. But other than that, it's just a great course to come get a quick 9 holes in. It'll take about 30 minutes to do a round. And then if you want, you can go jump in the lake and cool off, especially during the summer. It also does have some decent elevation change for such a small course, so you'll definitely get a workout, or a little workout if you come play 2 rounds. You'll definitely probably be feeling it. But if you're in the Lake Oconee area, definitely come check it out. If you're here over the weekend, definitely check out Lakeside Church. I'll put a website for the church in the description. And then if you're here during the week, Tuesday night, 6 p.m., I'm trying to start some random draw doubles. It's free, there's no buy-in. And each week I'm going to try to do different variations of doubles. So best shot, worst shot, maybe 1 disc, 3 discs, forehand only, backhand only. So just make it fun, but it's mainly just a good day to come out and socialize with fellow disc golfers, have some fun, and hopefully make improvements to the course over time. So until next time, off to the next course.